Welcome to episode 8 of Doom the Dark Ages. In the last episode, uh, do I even want to talk about it? I might as well. We went to hell and fought our way out of it. Only to realize that that one secret in the first hell level took me like an hour and a half to find. Again, I'm deeply sorry for what you had to witness. In this episode, we're going to be tackling Sentinel Command Station and the next level after that, and beyond. You're probably wondering, wait, we're doing another twofer? Why? As I stated before, anytime a level has something that it leads into, for example, we have Hit Bath leading into the first Atmon level, and then after that we have the Sentinel Barracks, followed by the Holy City of Eretun, where you have to get to the Dragon's Aviary, and then you get to, hop onto Sarai, and then you'll go to the next level. And then, again, with Siege Part 1 and Siege Part 2, you know the drill. I'm not going to do this for all of the levels, though. It's only going to be for the levels of which it leads into the next one, because it's like, it's a cliffhanger, you gotta get on to the next one. So, funny thing, in the previous games, this would have been the penultimate level in the campaign. However, this game has 22 levels. So, yeah. Let's get into it. I know why this is called the Forsaken Plains. Because I'm forsaken from finding secrets. Anyway, let's get into it. Sentinel Command Station. The Sentinels prepare for the Creed's arrival at Thera's command station. Alright. Okay, I kid you not, that weapon gun looks like the lightning gun from a... Hold on, let me see something real quick, because my phone's right next to me. I need to see if that weapon is what I think it is. For this particular game, I'm using the doomwiki.org instead of the fandom one, because sometimes what fandom will like to do when I'm on my phone is it'll be like, hey, your phone may have a virus or something like that. Like that weird McAfee, whatever it is. So, yeah. I don't know why they've been doing that, but, oh, here it is, here it is. So, here's something that's kind of funny. So, the lightning gun is exactly what this weapon is. It says here on the Doom Wiki, the lightning gun is a new energy weapon which appears in the multiplayer and snap-map modes of the 2016 Doom game. It fires a constant stream, or the beam of directed energy. Apparently I can't fucking read. Directed electricity, presumably via electro-laser technology. It can this is what happens when your brain is not braining. Anyway, you can attack either. You're gonna have to forgive me. My brain is not wanting to cooperate with me. You can attack either directly, there we go, or via splash damage inducing electrical discharges targeted at the floor. So for people who don't know, there's a weapon mod built into the weapon, which is that uh, field, whatever it is, thing. Yeah. Anyway, but it also says some Knight Sentinel troops in the Ancient Gods Part 2 carry similar weapons, although they are not seen firing them. In this game, they actually are. And then in the lore, in the Art of Doom, the concept for the lightning gun is called the Arc Cannon. It is stated to have been conceived by the UAC as a counterpart to the plasma rifle designed at the ARC, so Advanced Research Complex, and based on research into argent conductivity. It utilizes modulation of the plasma current to achieve a sustained linear stream of discharge, which is destructive to biological forms. Its production was stated to be limited, perhaps meant as a nod to its eventual multiplayer-only status. What I find kind of weird about this is, so, as we've already established, this game takes place before the events of Doom 2016. My interpretation is that the Knight Sentinels, who have all since been wiped out, save for the few remaining ones that you see at the end of Doom the Dark Age, no, not the Dark Ages, Doom Eternal's second DLC, which is Ancient Gods Part 2, those guys are still alive, likely because they've been hiding out to avoid the demons. My interpretation is that the lightning gun here is the same one that they have from the UAC. It's just that when they found the Knight Sentinels, they found those weapons and decided to recreate them using their own technology and passing them off as their own, instead of it actually being, Sentinel technology.
Access control zones in effect.
So in other words, it's just the UAC being pretty scummy. Anyway. Alright. I see what's going on. Yeah, we have 9 secrets, and I already have 85 gold. Okay then. At least I don't have the collectibles yet. Anyway, so we got 177 gold. We got 9 secret areas. We have a ruby, a wraithstone, and a demonic essence for health. So you can look all around here. You can be blocked off from an area. Alright. Also, fun fact, those are the shell casings that come into the miniguns that the Atlans use.
Access denied.
Hey, cool, a reused animation. Nice. Ow. Okay, that's not as cool. Anyway. But yeah, these are the same shell casings that you'd see out of the minigun that you use in the Atlan levels. It's cool. Anyway.
Attack warning red.
Change it to green. It's a much preferable color.
All
is under attack. Scramble the air units. All hands.
Right. So, this is where some of the gold is.
To battle stations.
They must be after the Creed.
Yeah. Got some stuff.
Hull breach. Damage on multiple levels.
Move the Creed to the command deck.
Secret area right here, right after here. Yep. And just for that, you deserve to get shot by a plasma rifle. Please don't take that into context. I don't actually condone violence against people. The only time I'll say do it is if it's self-defense. Don't do it all willy-nilly. Why? Because I don't condone violence against people. Anyway, yeah, so it's already one secret done. And it's important to note that if you rush past this little secret over here, you have to replay the level just to get it, because any time that this appears, it's a point of no return. So, anyway. Another secret over here. Got
Portal opening above the command station. Something massive is coming through. We need air support. Ensign, prepare the Slayer's Dragon.
right. So, you're probably wondering, so how the hell do we get that thing? I'll show you. What we gotta do is go through here. Gold. So now we're at 120 gold. Yeah, so get a weapon skin for the Reaver. Not getting that confused with the Western Reaver from GTA. What in the world is that? That's a quote for the ages. What in the world is... Ah! Alright, I am so sorry you had to hear that bird squawk there. Anyway, yeah, so we got a combat encounter over here. And you're probably wondering, wait, how do we get up here? I mean, there is an elevator. We're not gonna do it the crazy way, we're gonna do it the Metroid Prime way. Oh, right, so... Challenges. I forgot to talk about that. For this mission, we got Punching Bag, which is striking a battle knight with a melee attack 10 times. We can do that. Kill 10 demons with explosive barrels. Recommendation? Don't do what I did. Wait for him to get close. Whammo! Oh, we got 3 already. There's a lot of explosive barrels. You don't have to worry. Hey. Oh. Come on over here. Come on. You too. Look at that. We're already at 5 out of 10. You can do it. Ow! You dense freaks. Come on. Okay, now we got 3 left. My recommendation is just baiting zombies. The bigger enemies, like the imp stalkers, you have to get lucky with them. The zombie soldiers you also have to get lucky with, because they're not like the normal zombies that just shamble towards you. Yeah. Anyway, we need to get in there. You're probably wondering, well, how do we get in there? You're gonna have to look around a lot, but you'll eventually find it. Need to go in there.
Access denied.
Yeah, that is the only way to trigger that. You have to make sure all the enemies are dead. Okay, so that was cool. That's on the subject of easy to do challenges. Let me see if I can bait these guys over here. Maybe not. Don't worry, we still got plenty of explosive barrels. We'll be able to do it. Causing a frickin' thunderstorm with our gun. I got a message. Alright. So, we got skeleton key. So, this level doesn't have that many secrets, but you have to be really attentive to what you're doing. For example, as one of the secrets, and one of the secret doors, therefore. Got some barrels here. It's your standard fare, you know. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, that's cool. The chain actually moves and wiggles just like an actual chain. Oh, by the way, fun fact. Just like with the previous Doom games, you can actually move these barrels around. But you can actually use this to your advantage by setting up a trap for enemies. And by doing that, you can blow them up with the barrels after you've set up the trap. It's actually a really cool detail. And given this game's nature of, you know, letting you. Alright, that was easy. That was also pretty easy. Yeah, look at that. So we've got a toy in there, just the third and final secret collectible. But you're probably wondering, okay, well, how do we get in there? I'm sure you can gather. Oh, look, a door is open. How wonderful. Hi, guys. Bye, guys. Yeah, so we got collectibles here. Gold. Look at that, we're already closing in on getting all the gold. This level isn't that long, which is good. Anyway.
Communications are jammed. We can't reach Valen or Novik. Keep trying.
We got another secret. Got me being hit by fireball. Alright. So, let me introduce you to a really crazy observation that I think you're gonna like. As I've stated, every single weapon has their own, secondary weapon. You've got the combat shotgun with the super shotgun. You got the accelerator with the cycler, which those make up the standard plasma rifle, which is more of an SMG because of how fast it fires. And the cycler is sort of like a mixture between the plasma rifle from previous games and the nail gun from Quake. We've got the rocket launcher and the grenade launchers. We've got the Reaver chain shot, which is the only weapon that doesn't have a secondary variant. We've got the shredder and the impaler making up the sort of rail spike category of weapons, which are pretty much the equivalent of the assault rifle / heavy cannon weapons that you'd seen in the previous Doom games that have come out in recent years. But what if I were to tell you that the pulverizer is essentially the equivalent of the chain gun? I'll explain. So we have the normal skull grinder, or skull crusher, whatever you want to call it, which is essentially a mixture between a shotgun where it has a widened spread and a chain gun in that it fires quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the other variant of the Skull Crusher, the Pulverizer. No, I'm kidding. It's called the Ravager. Yeah, the one that we were carrying was the Pulverizer. I got mixed up. The Ravager fires me messing up sentences. The Ravager focuses a hail of bone shards into a tighter spread. The firing rate ramps up over time, allowing for massive damage output at the cost of movement speed. Damaging enemies at close range enhances damage. The Ravager is the second of the Skull Crusher class guns. Press square to switch between the guns and the weapon class on the fly. You can also switch the active weapon from within the Arsenal tab of the dossier. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, you said that this is pretty much the equivalent of the chain guns from the games, right? What do you mean by that? This is essentially the equivalent of the June 2016 chain gun, and then it has a line of time before fire. Yeah, this thing can rip and tear like nothing. And as you would guess, there are upgrades that you can get for this weapon yet. Messed him up. Yeah, so that is exactly what the Skull Crusher Ravager does. It is essentially the equivalent of the chain gun from the previous game. But the pulverizer is more of a spread shot type of gun. And as you would expect, we're really good against helmets. Also really good against enemies with armor because you just easily shred through it. Look at that Mancubus just blew up. He's just like, oh man. So we got another secret over here. We got an elevator over here, which leads us to the second area. And thankfully we will be returning to the area of the yellow key card, so don't worry, we're not skipping it. Anyway.
Have entered the airspace. They're blocking our flight deck. We need the Slayer in the air.
So this right here isn't necessarily a secret, it's actually required.
The station won't last much longer.
But that is actually our third shield room that we're going to be getting right there. It's also the one I use the least. Not saying it's useless, it has its uses, but there is a shield room that I like the most, which we'll be getting into in the later part of the game.
We can't stop them.
Anyway, there we are. That is all of the gold. And as evidenced by this right here, yeah. You're probably wondering, okay, well, how the hell do we get in there? Oh, there's a way. Don't worry. because that there is no elevator. No, that's an elevator right there. So this right here is actually something that you'll be seeing later. So again, don't worry, we'll be revisiting areas, you know, later in the level, just as you would expect. For now, sorry for scaring you guys. Alright. There's the elevator. Anyway, yeah, so... I think I just hit that zombie in the face with that. Anyway, so... go that way. But you'll notice that this is moving. Quite unusual. Alright. Got a secret over here too, so don't worry about that. We'll be doing it. So we got there's the root. You're probably wondering, okay, well, what about the rate stuff? We'll get to it. Don't worry. There's the leader. He just flopped on his back and died. Anyway. That Pinky's just like, I'm just gonna flop over. Anyway, that there is the Wraith Stone, and thankfully we don't have to hunt down wolf statues for it. Just gotta... There's the, key card. Gold for our troubles, because why not? He's sleeping, he's fine. Alright.
Commander, the rift is getting larger.
Well. Pretty sure that's a checkpoint. Yes, it is. I was trying to show that you can bolt that jump. We already got the gold over here, so you don't have to worry.
Commander, the rift is getting larger.
There we go. I think what it was is that I jumped instead of it being... Anyway, here we go. Right, there's the secret key. I like how that zombie was the thing that I needed to kill. Anyway, with that, we are easily able to do both of these secret doors. So, let's go ahead and get them. Starting with this one. Oh no, we are enclosed. Oh, I'm sorry. The logic of Doom is that you're not locked in a room with demons. You're locked in a room with you. Yeah. There we go. So that's one of the secret doors. And like I said, we will be going to the other secret door in a moment. Just know that we do have to actually drop down the thing. So, yeah. And this is how you get to that shield room. So, let's do it. Ah! I'm getting dizzy! I had to. It'll ruin my throat, though. Oh, excuse me, game. I had to face it a certain way. Anyway. Auto turret. You have acquired a new shield room. Auto turret. When activated, a shoulder mountain... Yeah, not a shoulder mountain. a shoulder-mounted auto turret is summoned to fire at your enemies for a short time. It will automatically select targets closest to where you are aiming. So, to those wondering why the Slayer has a turret-looking thing on his shoulder, kind of like in Doom Eternal, that's why. And let me explain to you why this is not very useful. So what is... Against weaker enemies, it's very violent. However, against stronger enemies, it's not. So, yeah. We've got a hell barrier thing blocking the way. Ow! You Skeletor wannabe! Bring it on! I didn't insult Skeletor. I'll insult Skeletor. Now we can get the second secret, which is the last one. So we're done. And we got marshmallow. Anyway, so are you ready to experience possibly the shortest level in history? I sure am. First, let me just grab this. I love the sound of a megasphere. Or no, that's a soul sphere. The megasphere is a sort of like different color. Anyway. Chapter complete. And yeah, at least it didn't take me long to complete this level. Gold, 177. Ruby, 1. Wraithstone, 1, and no wolves needed. Demonic Essence, 1. Secrets, 9. One Codex entry, and 1 collectible toy. Going to weapon skin. For our troubles, we got 50 gold. Me doing that for some reason. Got all 3 challenges done. And we got both of these done. We got the Creed Maker toy. We got the Nightmare skin for the Reaver chain shot. Punching bag. Wait for it. And skeleton key. Which, in case you're wondering about the whole skeleton key thing, that is actually a reference to a term that people use for RPGs where you'll have a certain kind of key that opens a majority of doors. Anyway, let's get on to the second level of this Let's Play. Or episode, not Let's Play. Because if we're talking about the second level of the Let's Play, that would be Hidbeth, and we already did that. Anyway, From Beyond, aka shortest level in the entire fucking game. The command station is under attack as the Slayer pilot Surratt into battle. Alright. And this time, Surratt doesn't have that same defensive posture that he has when he first sees the Doomslayer. So, I'm gonna pause this real quick and explain this. So, when we first meet Surratt in the game, you'll see that he has this weird pose going on when he sees the Slayer. It's because he can tell that the Slayer isn't completely there, and instead he's under the Maker's control. It's kind of like how in real life animals will actually detect if, someone's giving off a weird vibe or something, so they'll act strange. But this time Surratt, now knowing that the Slayer isn't under Maker control anymore, even though he still has the detonator strapped to his chest, yeah, he's a good boy. And we will ride this good boy into battle! So, are you guys ready for literally the shortest level of the entire game? Because we're about to see it. We have 2 demonic essences, and that's it. There's no secrets, there's no collectibles or anything like that. This is it.
We have to drive it back into...
But there are challenges. Perform perfect dodge 5 times, chase and destroy 2 Hellfighter ships. Thankfully, we can do both.
It isn't a demon. Energy readings are all wrong.
Those tentacles are ripping the station apart. Take them out. Subsection barrier is down. Lower levels accessible.
We're going down there. Just a reminder, climbing the walls won't kill you instantly like a pro. So we have chase and destroy 2 Hellfighters. Thankfully, we can do that. So look for them. That was easy. Alright. Not done yet, though. We're not done yet. Not by a long shot. Still got more. We are. So this is where you'll find both demonic essences. You got two of these guys to fight. Not just one. We also have a new enemy, the Cacodemon Hybrid. Yeah, what? You thought they forgot about this guy? Nah. Cacodemon is... oh. Back. Alright. Here's one of the demonic essences down, and we got another one to go. First, we gotta get this guy taken care of. Bye-bye, Mancubus. So that's one of the demonic portals. We got another one.
Hellgate destroyed.
Yeah, these are actually required objectives. You can't miss them. But we're going to start off with... that's still going to be one of the coolest things right there. done yet, though. We still have the other demonic portals to take care of. But you're gonna want to remember what that portal is for later. Because, again, we still have the other portal. Good thing you don't run out of ammo on this thing. Oh, up already! Thank you. Alright, so we got this right here. And we also have the thing down there. Don't tell me. There's a specific way I have to go. Hello? Game. Supposed to go. I'm not going crazy. They're not. That's sealed. It's just, it showed that marker down there, and I'm like, wait, why is it showing an objective marker for something I've already done? We got a revenant here. on! Bring it on! Give me that! Alright, there we go. Now we're at 110 armor.
Tentacles have been cleared.
And
Threat neutralized.
oh, is it neutralized though? I don't know. You tell me. No, it's not neutralized. He just wanted to go for round 2. Oh man, I was kind of hoping to do a Star Fox kind of level. Oh well. Poor Siraj, he's just like, oh man. Alright, so, like I said, there's no secrets or collectibles or anything like that. There's just these 2 demonic armor and essence, ammo, essences. I don't know how to speak. You got Deft Dragon. I don't even know what that means. Veteran Pursuer. But then we have what's going to be coming up on Thursday, which is another single level episode, Spire of Nirathul. And we'll be doing that in the next episode. So, with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, then like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. It's not required, but it is certainly appreciated, as I somehow found the ability to formulate perfect sentences again. Anyway, with that being said, I will see you all next time. Catch you later.